What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Mike here, living with 3M auto vlogging, and I am back with a cat in a video as usual. I'm back with yet another Mustang mod video. So I'm going to show you guys today, we're going to put wheel spacers on the Mustang. If y'all got the factory wheels, you'll notice how they sit way too far up under the fender wells. It's absolutely just an eyesore. I don't know any other way to put it. I mean, it's, you know, it's factory, but man, it looks like it's about to tip over, you know. Eventually I'd love to do some wider wheels and tires, but for right now, like most of you, you're on the factory setup and you want that wider look. I'm going to show you how to get that today. So we're going to install some wheel spacers back here behind me. Stick around, let's get to it. All right, guys, other than a jack and a wheel chock, you're gonna need, I've got right here the 1/2-inch drive socket wrench and a 1/2-inch drive torque wrench. You can use either one, but I do recommend having the torque wrench right there to torque everything down to spec for factory lugs and bolts, that sort of thing. Right here, you know, you can just use deep well sockets, but I've got the Titan 21095, and these are specialty sockets. And what makes them special, they've got a 17, 19, 21, and 22, and they're coated. They've got a coating that will protect your wheels and your lugs. So it's pretty cool, guys. If you've got wheels that you value, then you definitely want to check this out. It's an inexpensive product, and I've got links in the description, so you need to pick yours up before you do any type of work around the wheels. And to make things a little easier, you can use an impact wrench, and you're going to need a good quality jack. Want to chock a wheel that you're not working on? First thing, before we lift it up in the air, we're going to break these loose carefully, just like that. They don't have to be off the car. Just get them loose. My large 3-ton jack wouldn't go under the front of the Mustang, so I'm using this small scissor jack right here in the key slot behind the driver front tire. It's pretty easy. You just need to get it up about 1 inch. Just give it a few cranks, and once it's high enough off the ground, you should be able to spin the tire, and that's as far as you need to go. So unboxing the KSP Performance high quality wheel spacers, they really think of everything. And guys, I'm not sponsored by this company. I bought these with my own money, and I just like KSP because I used them on the truck a few years ago. Y'all check out that video right here if you've got a lifted F-150 or just the F-150 you want to put bigger tires and wheels on, space them out as well. So I like that. They send some Loctite red, because yeah, the last thing you want is your spacer coming loose at any point in time, much less down the road. So, and it's one of the best designs, high quality aluminum, and it's hub centric, meaning that you need your spacers to be very strong. You don't want them cracking or breaking, which I've seen cheap spacers. You give $30 for a set of spacers on eBay or Amazon, something like that. You're going to get what you pay for, and you can put your life at risk. So hub centric and high quality, high temperament spacers, that's the only way to go. And by hub centric, I mean, it fits up on there and it's not going anywhere. You know, I mean, and let me show you this. The acorn lugs, or the locking nuts that will come off of here, they're beveled, and that's going to bevel right in here, and that will center that up on it even more. So not only do you have the hub centric portion, you've also got the beveled acorn nuts that'll hold everything in place. Now they include the red Loctite for those acorn nuts that fit up on your factory studs. You can put that on there, and I do advise it if that's your daily driver and you're going to be leaving them on there. For me, this is not my daily driver, and I will keep monitoring the torque specs every so often, but I'm going to switch wheels soon and get away from the spacers. So I want something a little less permanent that I got to fight with to get off. So, but I do advise you use this if you're daily driving the car. Now I'm going to show you guys one very important thing. I want you to look at the back of my stock wheel where the studs go through. You'll notice these indentions right here. These are going to play a very important part when doing 25 millimeter studs. Once this goes on, and if you do not have a recessed pocket there, say that's just flat, then you're gonna have to come over here and trim. Let me show you, this is very, very important. All right, see this stud right here? That stud is actually sticking out 1/4 of an inch. I'd say 1/4, yeah. So if you don't have a recessed pocket on the back of your wheel that will go up in, and it's just flat, then this wheel is not going to sit flush on this spacer. It's going to sit, it's going to jam it up against the stud, and you're going to go down the road and you're going to look outside, you're going to feel a vibration and wonder what's going on. That is a huge, just a point to mention, guys, a huge point to mention. So if you're doing spacers and you don't have those pockets on the back of your wheels, let's just say you've got an aftermarket wheel, or the only wheel I can speak to is the performance pack wheel on my 2015. Look, take the wheel off and look. If it does not have the pockets, then you're going to have to cut your studs right here. I say that again, you're going to have to cut your studs to get the wheel to fit on there flush. That, or take these back and get 1.25 inches. I'd say 1.25 inches or 1.5 inches, but then that might stick out too far up here. So you guys do your own research on that. I'm just saying one thing. Go ahead and take your 19 millimeter. This will not be the same one that you took your lugs off with. And just tighten these by hand right here. Just go around, make sure you got them tightened. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is put this on the extension, and I've got a torque wrench now. That's not the same one I took everything off with. And I'm gonna set it to around 90 foot-pounds. So you can do 90 or 95 foot-pounds will be sufficient. But one thing you're gonna have to have is a 2x4 right here. And I've cut it just long enough to fit on the ground and up under, like right here on this way, on this side. If you're tightening, your front wheels turn freely. So that's why you're gonna need something to chock the studs right here when you're tightening everything down. And I've already got my torque wrench set to 90 foot-pounds. So I don't want to torque them down unevenly. So I'm just gonna give them a couple caps right there. Make sure they're tight. Man. Okay. All right, now I got to get this one right here. So go ahead and rotate him. Just remember it's that one right there. Lift up just like that. Okay, so I've got the lugs on hand tight. I'm gonna actually torque them down the same thing to around 90 foot-pounds, but you can't do it with it up in the air. See everything turning? So what I'm gonna do is let my jack down, but not all the way. All right, I just wanna let it down to where I get some resistance from the tire. About like that. See, it's not gonna move now. But then again, I'm not gonna torque one side already. I'm gonna just get them tight, go in a star pattern like this. See, that one's pretty loose. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna come back up here and we're gonna start the torque. Do my cross star pattern. We are done. Wheel number 1 complete. Now on the back, you don't have to have the board. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let the rear down. There we go. Okay, and we'll spin that around. Wheel spacers make a huge improvement on the stance, the looks, the handling, the works. I mean, there's no negative drawbacks to a quality set of wheel spacers. I mean, I actually love them. So with seeing the rear, the front, before and after, I mean, the choice is easy. So KSB wheel spacers or any reputable wheel spacers will make your Mustang look more aggressive. So give me that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, your boy appreciates it. I'll catch you in the next modding video. Later now.